Alright guys, so the Season 5 Squadra talk just ended as of this recording around an hour and a half ago. But they did also drop 4th form Frieza's details as well. So in this video, we're going to break down absolutely everything that he can do. But before that, disclaimer, none of this would have been possible without the help of the Squadra Creators Program. I'm part of that program, which allows me to make this content early for you guys. Okay, Frieza 4th form character spotlight. Let's go. See what you can do, Frieza.
I'll show you a nightmare beyond the horrors of hell.
Yes, Frieza.
Brace yourself. Here I
Okay,
come.
Frieza 4th form. But yeah, like,
There.
it's
Now,
crazy because we
should
saw
I
a
give
bit
you
of what he's
proper
capable of
fright?
doing. Like this move is gonna be insane.
Do refrain
Like,
from
you're literally
dropping dead
walling
until
people
I've been
off?
fully
That's crazy.
bruised.
Yeah, like he has multiple moves to like kind of keep you separate from.
Finished you off.
That's
Feel
good.
free
Oh,
to
dang.
make this more entertaining for me.
Okay, that had to have been Death Beam. There's no, it's not. Okay, of course we know he's a technical character. An ability to increase the power against. Oh, you don't want to run away against him. Okay. Okay, an energy blast attack becomes a powered up attack if the enemy HP is below a certain amount. Oh. Okay. Okay. Death Beam, of course. Like, the moment I saw him, like, you know, point the finger, of course it's gonna be Death Beam. Wait, it penetrates walls in certain directions. Okay. Psychokinetic grasp. Okay. Psychokinetic rock. Oh, goodness, man. It can be destroyed with attacks. Okay, so you're not completely shut out if you do break it. Earth Splitter. Okay. Like, we'll be able to, like, see the rest of the details once we start breaking it down. Okay. So, he definitely seems like he's gonna be very, very interesting. But we're gonna break down all those details now. So, we have Frieza 4th form. Of course, he's technical. A dominator of the battlefield who limits enemy movement with wide-reaching walls. Blast enemies in the back as they run away in terror. Then, while they're weakened, send every last one off to hell. That's dang. All right. Like, I mean, they're just trying to escape. That's crazy. Okay. Let's start breaking everything down. So, passive Hellbound, an ability that increases power against back-turned enemy heroes. If positioned behind an enemy's back while attacking, they'll receive additional damage. And we do see that, of course, Frieza is doing that right here, where Goku is turned around. We can assume that he is taking more damage. He even throw a Death Beam as well. But again, that's his passive, right? So no matter what you do, if they run away from you, you're going to be doing additional damage. The Rush attack, an energy blast attack, becomes a powered up attack if the enemy's HP is below a certain amount, dealing increased damage, which we see right here. This right here is the normal version of it. And then when you power it up, it turns red, which is interesting. But hey, it's a visual difference, right? You'd think it'd stay purple, but it's a visual difference, so you can see that you are dealing additional damage once the health reaches that low. Now, how much damage it'll actually be doing, we haven't seen yet, but we'll be able to try out the character once he releases on the 13th. So there's that with the Rush attack. All right, moving past that. All right, skill 1, Death Beam. It'd be shocking if you didn't have this. Fire a beam that penetrates walls in a targeted direction. Damage will be reduced from the second enemy hit onward. Okay, so one, I think that this is actually a good thing because similar to like Super Saiyan God Goku, if you will, where he has the capability of attacking through walls, and I think also above walls as well. With Frieza, you can attack through a wall with Death Beam, right? And I think that's important because of the fact that with Frieza, he's able to create a wall himself. So let's say you're up against another enemy Frieza, right? And they set up that wall and they're trying to escape, throw out Death Beam, right? It'll go straight through the wall, and hopefully if your aim is on point, you'll hit your enemy, hopefully dealing extra damage, or maybe you're so close to just sniping them and you need to land that hit, but they set up that wall. Death Beam will be that move that helps you get that kill. So pretty versatile. It puts the opponents in a position where just because you run around a wall or try to hide like at a wall, you're not safe, which is a good thing. And honestly, pairing that up with Super Saiyan God Goku might be very interesting because at that point, you really can't hide at walls. So again, just spitballing ideas on like team pairings and whatnot. But if you want to deal with walls, Frieza and Super Saiyan God Goku might be a good combination because both of them can. Well, Goku attacks above a wall with his his rush attack. But with the Frieza, his death beam goes straight through walls. So there's that. And we see that right there, even with the powered up death beam, it goes straight through the wall. Okay. Next up, Psychokinetic Grasp. We're going to go over this one just because we can see that it can hit more than one person because it's an AoE. But seize control of space-time at a targeted location. Applies immobile to enemies on hit. Can move while attacking. Now, the fact that it immobilizes your opponents is actually going to be a pretty big deal. Because imagine you're trying to like get a pick, right? Let's say, oh, they're running away. We gotta stop them, right? Maybe you can immobilize them. And if you have like Super Saiyan God Goku or even Super Saiyan God Vegeta, right? And they have their supers available, you can use those in order to slam down, at that location because they have nowhere to go, right? Also, like I'm thinking of something else that you could potentially do, which we'll get into once we get to that skill. But I do see this as a really good opportunity to pick off a kill. Because remember, like even if you're up against an enemy Frieza and they set that wall, and let's say like you have this first, and then they set that wall down, where are they gonna go, right? And you can attack through a wall with death beam. So again, you don't like they're not necessarily safe. Like again, there's ways to get around things, and Frieza seems versatile enough to be able to make that happen. So, and again, this AoE, it's gonna grow the stronger it gets. So whoever's within it is going to be immobilized. Like imagine like this with like Spirit Bomb, or like this with again Super Saiyan God Goku or Super Saiyan God Vegeta's supers. Like it'd be insane. Okay, so there's that. Now skill 3, Psychokinetic Rock. Drops rocks on the targeted location, creating a wall. The wall can be destroyed with attacks and will collapse upon re-inputting the skill or after a set amount of time passes. Wall durability and number of rocks increase with skill level. At skill level 3 super, rocks increase in size. Can move while attacking. Okay, so Psychokinetic Rock. Imagine pairing this up with skill 2. Like if you're trying to like break a god of destruction or something of the sort, right? Or even if you're going for like one of the objectives, right? Like one of the bosses. Imagine you're going for example, Ribran or Jocko, right? Since they're in the middle. You could set up those rocks, right? Block everybody off if possible, right? Because it also depends on like how wide of a range this move actually has. Or if they're all approaching, trap them outside with their skill 2, block them off with your skill 3, and then focus back down on the objective, right? Which could be very, very powerful. Again, there are ways to get around that. Super Saiyan God Goku would be one of them. Frieza himself would be another. Super Saiyan God Vegeta is also one that could potentially get through it. We have to see how these walls like hold up if supers are used against them. Because imagine like a Super Kamehameha or like a Dragon Fist or Vital Shine or, something, right? We have to see like how they withstand certain types of damage to really verify like its overall viability. But just on paper, it's a good way to keep people out so that way you and your team can focus on what needs to be done. And that could be a very, very powerful tool, especially with something like this. Like, I do see this being really strong with getting Gods of Destruction knocked out, right? Because if you're just approaching, let's say you're able to push your opponents back a little bit, right? You can wall them off. You can wall them off. That gives you at least a few seconds to be able to get a few hits on the God of Destruction, right? That could be a literal make it or break it moment. So Psychokinetic Rock, like, this seems like it's going to be one of Frieza's best skills in my personal opinion. But yeah, it looks absolutely insane. I mean, okay, look, bro, like, come on, man. Separated, that's going to be insane. All right. And then finally we have his super attack, which is Earth Splitter. Split the Earth at a targeted location. Creates an energy wall that blows away enemies and deals damage when touched. Okay, this one is interesting because it says that it blows away enemies, right? Okay, yeah, so that's on impact. But it says it deals damage when touched. So it depends on the amount of damage that it can do. Personally speaking, if this also counts as a wall, this is also going to be a very, very powerful tool as well. Because at that point, you have 2 walls to work with, right? So opponents are going to have to be very careful when it comes down to this, only because of the fact that if they play their cards wrong, then they're going to end up in a position where they're either separated from their team and can't get away, or they're at a point where they can't even enter into the fray because they're completely walled off, which may allow your team to be able to pursue whatever they're trying to do. Again, objectives, gods of destruction, whatever the case may be. So Earth Splitter can be something very, very powerful if it does count as another wall. But even at that, I hope the damage output with this is also very powerful as well. Like, maybe you can tie your skill 2 into this. That way they're trapped, and then you just line it up and like directly hit them. It depends on how long you're trapped for with the skill 2. We'll have to see. But that's everything for Frieza. He sounds technical. We're gonna have to at least, try him out a bit more to really understand like what he's capable of doing. But so far, doesn't sound too bad. Now, we do have more things to check out with Frieza. I'm trying to see everything. So we have his idle animation. Yes, Frieza. Look at him. Just shiny.
Terribly dull.
Okay. Okay. He's scheming.
Now then.
Oh! Oh! Okay. Bro, get away from the screen. Wait, that was clean. Like, that was pretty clean. That was pretty clean. Okay. And there's that. So, pretty modest. Like, again, like, the part with the rocks, like, that was really, really cool. But a pretty modest, like, idle animation at the home screen. So, there's that. Okay, let's see. We do need to also check out the emote starts as well. These are kind of out of order, so I'm kind of just like going with what I see. Let's see. We have Frieza 4th form, Conqueror's Demeanor. Okay. Okay.
Shall we?
Oh, the swipe. Actually, I'm surprised they didn't give him like Death Wave. Okay, Frieza. So there's that. We also have Frieza 4th form, Battle Stance. Okay. Yeah, it's very simplistic. Yep, the tried and true Frieza stance, if you will, right? And then we also have Frieza 4th form, The Terror Begins. Oh, that was from when he actually transformed into. Okay, wait, yeah, that's cool. Okay, okay, like I see it. I promise you, I see it. I'm looking at it. All right, not bad. Okay, what else do we have? We do have, let's see, Dragon Ball Acquired. Check this one out.
That was amusing.
Okay, let's be honest. That was actually kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. Like, that was actually pretty clean. Okay, so that is Dragon Ball Acquired. We do also have the victory screens as well. I believe this one is Cool and Collected.
I had hoped to find more worthwhile opponents.
Yeah, it's Frieza. So that's Cool and Collected. This one is called 4th form Frieza. Bye. That's what it's called.
That was fun. Fare thee well.
That's what I wanted to see. I wanted to see him, like, point, like, the potential death beam at somebody. Like, that's one of Frieza's, like, trademark things. And then, let's see. Just to make sure we're not missing anything. We have Frieza 4th form, Horrors I Have Yet to Show You. Okay. Oh, the finisher.
Now then.
That's crazy. That's crazy, bro. And then I believe the last thing that we have to show is Frieza 4th form, World and Hope Vanishing. Let's see.
Oh dear.
I want that. I want that, bro. I'll be honest with you. I want that. But yeah, that is everything as of right now that I've seen. Oh wait, no, it's not. There's actually 2 other things I almost skipped over. The victory screens. We have Frieza 4th form, Emperor's Composure.
Now, do you know your place?
The slash. It was clean. And then finally, 4th form, Frieza 4th form, Applause. This is the last thing. Okay, and there's that. Okay, so now we've seen everything that Frieza has to offer. Honestly, I really am excited to use this character. I can't wait for him to drop. Again, seems pretty technical. I'm not sure if he's as technical as First Form Frieza, but he seems technical enough. I really want to see like how walling off opponents is going to work with this character, alongside the characters that can pair up with Frieza to take advantage of all of that. This could be something pretty crazy, honestly. And also, I'm just happy that Search Trap is gone. But I do want to know what you guys think about Frieza 4th form coming into Dragon Ball Gekishin Squadra in the comment section below. But with that being said, I'm Ndukauba. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys in the next video.